Right. So today we're going to take a deep dive into the world of tech titans.
Okay.
And we're going to see how their fortunes are kind of shifting.
All right.
And to help us kind of get a better picture of this, we've got some really fascinating source material that's all about Mark Zuckerberg overtaking Larry Ellison as like the world's third richest person.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not just about like, the money, right? It's really more about how these two tech giants represent kind of like different approaches to innovation and all that.
That's a great point. I mean, we're really talking about two different eras of the tech industry here. And I think understanding their strategies can really help us get a glimpse into what drives success in this really rapidly changing landscape.
Exactly. So let's kick things off with Zuckerberg, shall we?
Sure.
Creating ZuckNet when he's a teenager. I mean, it wasn't your average high school science project.
All right.
I mean, it's like he was destined to build these digital connections.
It really does point to that early talent he had for networking technology, and it definitely foreshadows, his future trajectory. And then, of course, you have that classic tale of a dorm room project, becoming a global phenomenon.
A phenomenon that turned him into, like, one of the youngest billionaires ever.
Right.
When Facebook went public.
It's crazy.
But he didn't stop there.
Oh, no, not at all.
Right. Acquiring Instagram and WhatsApp, I mean, that was a power move.
Yeah.
Right. It just like expanded his reach into all these different areas, like photo sharing and messaging.
Those acquisitions were really strategic. They weren't just about expanding reach. I mean, he was trying to control key areas of social interaction. It's a pattern we see with Zuckerberg, I think.
Yeah.
He's got this drive to not just participate in emerging trends, but to like dominate them.
Yeah, he seems to just like really have this knack for knowing like where the digital world is headed, right? And then let's not forget about Oculus, his venture into like virtual reality.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's constantly just pushing the boundaries and always looking for the next big thing.
And that seems to be a key factor in his current success. He's faced some challenges with privacy concerns, misinformation, all of that. But his resilience and this willingness to just like pivot it's remarkable. He's not afraid to dive into like uncharted territory, like the metaverse and AI.
Those are pretty bold bets though, right? I mean, the metaverse is still pretty theoretical.
It is.
But maybe that's what makes him so different, right? Like maybe his success stems from this like higher risk tolerance. Or is it something else?
That's a really good question. It could be risk tolerance, but it also might be about understanding what younger demographics want, their habits, their desires. And I think Zuckerberg has a pretty keen sense of where that online culture is going. And he's not afraid to put a lot of money into those trends.
So it's not just about having a vision. It's about having the right vision at the right time and being willing to
gamble,
take that gamble. And it seems to be paying off, like at least when we look at like Meta's stock value and all that.
It really does.
But it's not just about amassing wealth, right?
Right.
I mean, he and Priscilla Chan are actively involved in philanthropy through the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative.
Absolutely. That work they're doing in education, criminal justice reform, scientific research, it really shows their commitment to using wealth for good.
It's interesting to see that balance between building wealth and then also giving back.
For sure.
So now let's shift gears a little bit and talk about Larry Ellison.
Okay.
His story is like a classic rags to riches tale.
It is, yeah.
A really difficult childhood.
Right.
Dropping out of college and then co-founding Oracle in 1977. I mean, it's like a Hollywood movie or something.
Ellison's story is a testament to his resilience and vision. I mean, he really saw the potential of databases when, no one else did.
And Oracle just, completely revolutionized the way businesses, manage and access information.
They did.
They became a powerhouse.
Yeah, they did. Under Ellison's leadership, they just dominated the enterprise software market for decades. His competitive leadership style and this real focus on efficiency were so key to their success.
And he kept Oracle relevant.
Oh, yeah.
Even his technology changed so much over the years.
Yeah.
Which isn't easy to do.
That's right. Their move into the cloud really proves that even these giant companies can adapt and stay on top of things.
It makes you wonder though, why hasn't that move led to the same kind of explosive growth that we've seen with Meta?
That's a great question.
Could it be that Ellison's focus on enterprise solutions is just not as appealing as like Zuckerberg's platforms for everyday people.
I mean, enterprise software is definitely important.
Right.
But it's not exactly exciting, right? It doesn't really capture the public imagination the way social media does, or the promise of something like the metaverse.
It's almost like comparing a workhorse to a race car.
Exactly. Both are strong in their own ways, but they're just aimed at totally different
audiences, and they definitely move at different speeds.
And that really highlights the different ways to be successful in the tech world.
Totally.
I mean, Ellison built a solid foundation by focusing on businesses.
Right.
But Zuckerberg really tapped into what people want, and also what they're afraid of.
Which kind of brings us back to why Zuckerberg ended up richer than Ellison, right?
Yeah.
Is it as simple as saying Zuckerberg just had a bigger market to work with?
I don't think it's that simple.
Okay.
It's more about spotting these trends that are emerging and then really taking advantage of them.
So like how Zuckerberg is all in on AI and the metaverse.
Exactly. He's basically positioning himself as the leader of what could be the next huge tech wave.
That makes sense.
And those are the areas that are getting tons of investment, which leads to rapid stock growth.
So even though Oracle has had this steady growth with Ellison, it hasn't had those same huge jumps in value.
Exactly.
Driven by speculation and excitement.
It really shows how important timing is and being open to new frontiers.
Like being a surfer, right?
Totally.
You got to find that next big wave.
If you miss it.
And be ready to ride it.
You're going to get left behind.
Which brings up a bigger question.
Yeah.
What does it mean for the world that we have these billionaires like Zuckerberg and Ellison who have such different approaches, but also such huge influence?
That is a huge question.
I mean, it's not just about their money, right? It's about how they affect.
It is about the impact they have,
society, the economy, the future of tech.
And their philanthropy is worth talking about.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg's focus on education.
Yeah.
Ellison's on healthcare.
Yeah.
Really shows how their money can be used for good.
It's great that they're using their money to tackle these important issues, but it also brings up some questions.
It does.
Like about inequality and the power they have.
Absolutely. How do we balance the good that comes from their innovation with the concerns about all that wealth in the hands of so few people?
It's a tough question.
It is.
And there's no easy answer. But we have to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Especially as technology keeps changing the world, we got to think about how wealth is distributed.
We do.
And what that means.
And as we look ahead, there's another interesting question.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the next tech titan to shake things up?
Right.
With AI and the metaverse still being so new, it's really anyone's game.
It's like the Wild West out there in the tech world.
It is.
New frontiers, new gold rushes.
For sure.
New chances for people who are bold enough to take them.
And as all this tech gets more advanced and new stuff comes along, the things that make someone successful will probably change too.
What skills will they need?
Yeah, what kind of vision?
What strategies?
Yeah, what's it going to take to be a leader in the future?
It makes you wonder what's going to happen next with all this. What kind of new innovations will we see?
Yeah, and who's going to be the one to lead the way?
That's what's so cool about it.
I know. It's always changing. It never stops,
Never stops, And you never know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what's revolutionary today could be gone tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at how much has changed in just the last 10 years.
It's crazy.
I mean, social media, smartphones, AI.
I love it.
It's been a whirlwind.
And I think it's only going to get faster from here.
As all this stuff like AI and the metaverse gets more advanced, we're probably going to see entirely new industries and business models and all that.
Exactly. It's so exciting to think about.
So as we wrap up our deep dive today, I'm curious. What do you think is going to make someone successful in tech in the future? Will it be like their technical skills?
Yeah.
Will it be that they're like a visionary leader? Or will it be that they can spat the next big trend before anyone else?
It'll probably be a mix of all those things.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think the most important thing is going to be adaptability. being able to learn, to change, to embrace what you don't know. I think those things are going to be key in a world where everything's always in flux.
Kind of like how Zuckerberg dove headfirst into the metaverse.
Exactly, even though no one really knows what it's going to be.
It's about having the courage to just go for it. Right.
Yeah, to experiment, to take risks.
To not play it safe.
And not just accept the way things are.
Because if you just cling to the
you're going to get
status quo behind me, for sure.
For sure.
So in tech, the only thing that's for sure is that things
will change. Oh. And the people who can ride that wave of change are the ones who are going to shape the future.
That's so true. And it's something we should all think about.
Yeah.
Not just people in tech.
Yeah.
Being able to adapt.
Yeah.
To learn, to take on new challenges.
Those are important skills.
They are.
For anyone. Yeah.
So as we finish up this deep dive, I want you all to keep exploring. Keep asking questions.
Absolutely.
And keep pushing the boundaries. Yes. The future of tech is wide open.
It is.
And who knows, maybe one of you listening will be the one to write the next...
It could be you.
Chapter.
Possibilities are endless.
So keep thinking, keep innovating.
And keep looking ahead.
And until next time.
Okay.
Keep those questions coming.
We'll be here.
We'll be back.
Ready to explore even more.
Ready to explore.
Yeah.
All that.
Amazing stuff.
Awesome stuff out there.
Yeah.